Hi, everybody. Once again, on behalf of Accu-Stats Video Productions, it's our pleasure to welcome you to the 2017 Accu-Stats Make It Happen Straight Pool Invitational. Thank you very much. We're here live in the Aramis-Simonis Arena at Sandcastle Billiards in Edison, New Jersey, where all the Make It Happen series originates. This is the birthplace of the Make It Happen event. It's also the home of Accu-Stats Video Productions. The Make It Happen format assembles 6 of the world's greatest players to come here and compete in round-robin formats in a multitude of disciplines over the years. This time we've done 8-ball a few days ago. We're in our straight pool division right now. They play 150-point games. The winner of each match gets $1,000. Everybody plays each other once, so everybody will play 5 times, and we'll finish that up today. Everybody's played 4 times now. At the end of the 7 p.m. match tonight, the players with the 2 best overall records will then compete at 9:30 for the championship and for an additional $1,000, and of course a little bit of bragging rights to call themselves Make It Happen Straight Pool Champion. We're lucky once again to be able to have the best equipment in the industry. Diamond Billiard Products has provided us a beautiful Pro-Am table, Simonis with Turbaloo 860 and Aramis balls. We want to express our gratitude to those companies for their continued support of professional pool and, of course, of Accu-Stats and the Make It Happen series. And lastly, but certainly not least, we want to say how much we have appreciated throughout the years all of you great customers and supporters of Accu-Stats and of the Make It Happen series. You've come here in person, you've watched around the world, and we couldn't put this stuff on without you. So on behalf of our 6 great champions, Ed Ladawi and the staff of Sandcastle and the entire Accu-Stats Video Productions team, thank you all, ladies and gentlemen, once again for the 12th time. You have made it happen. All right, well, the issue is still very much in doubt as to who's going to proceed to the championship match later on, so let's get underway and see who might author another 150 and match up with Mr. Orcullo. So, with that being said, I'd like to introduce our players now for match number 13. From Berlin, Germany, this gentleman is the reigning China Open champion. He's just coming off a top 10 finish at the US Open 9-ball championships. Next month, he will make his debut appearance on Team Europe's Mosconi Cup. He's making his Make It Happen debut as well, and he has authored already a 137 and out in one of his earlier matches, and I think he's looking at a few more to that and get to that magic number. We're pleased to have him with us. He's a great young player and a big, bright future ahead of him, sponsored by Predator and by Cecchio. Please welcome Joshua the Killer Filler. His opponent, no stranger to center court here or anywhere else around the world. He's from Pontefract, West Yorkshire in the United Kingdom. He's a 2-time Make It Happen champion. He's a 2-time US Open 9-ball champion. In 2013, he set a world record in the World 14-1 tournament that may never, ever be broken. He authored a 200 and out in the semifinals against none other than the great Francisco Bustamante. That's an unprecedented feat. We may never see it again. He's sponsored by Rassen Tables, Predator, and Cecchio. And in just a few short weeks, he will be the newest member inducted into the BCA Hall of Fame. Would you kindly welcome Dynamite, Darren, Appleton. Thank you very much. Your official timekeeper is Julie Ha, and it's now my pleasure to send it to the booth to our host for the week, and we are really happy that Jeremy has been able to do this for us. Very, very, very proud to have him as part of our family again. Double J, Jeremy Jones, and our own Hall of Famer, Danny DiLiberto. Go ahead.
Well, thanks again, Kenny, and welcome again, everyone, to the 2017 Make It Happen Straight Pool Invitational. We're here in Edison, New Jersey. I'm Jeremy Jones with Accu-Stats Video Productions, and once again joined by Hall of Famer Danny DiLiberto. Hello, Danny.
Hello there, buddy.
Well, I hope you're doing well. And before we get started, I'd like to personally say, just in case I don't get a chance later on, it's been a real treat this week to be in the booth with you. And I think I'm speaking for a lot of fans out there too, Danny. Just really,
Vice versa.
really been a fun deal this week.
I love doing it. It keeps me close to the players and the game.
Yeah, and just sharing not only a lot of great stories, but a lot of knowledge. And to open here, he's laid the cue ball down decently, but you can see this 15 ball is definitely shootable. The 12's a little tight going by the 6 and a little off angle. I think it's a tougher shot than the 15.
And I always say you got to look at the pile, but I guess he did. If there's a dead one, you'd rather shoot that than long, maybe losing your game.
Yeah, and this 12, not only is it tough, he's going into the balls, so you figured to get a shot, but you don't have to.
Yeah, he didn't let it roll off.
Now he's made the 8 in a pocket. He did not call. It was an unintentional ball, so that'll be spotted up. I'm not sure Darren has anything besides maybe the 8 in the side or the 15 down the corner, so he's got a little bit of a tester to start as well, Danny.
Yeah, well, he can't make the finals. We got to tell you people, but Filler still could possibly.
Yeah.
But he has to win.
A little thick. Is it going to go? Yeah,
Nope.
Just a little thick there. And with the speed it had, it kind of closed the pocket. First things first, as far as our final today, there's 2 players that control their own destiny, Danny, and that's Shaw and Duel. If they both win, they're in the finals. But they have a couple of opponents that are not only trying to win, but one of them's trying to get in the finals as well.
Yeah, I wanted to notice that the table got a little tighter. I mean, a week ago that would have gone in,
Yeah.
but now the pockets have closed up a little.
Yeah, and as far as this match is concerned, you just said it, that Appleton's eliminated from the final. Definitely trying to win here still, but if he goes on to defeat Filler, Filler will be eliminated as well. If Filler can defeat Appleton, it's not a guaranteed into the final, but that makes it to where he's going to need a little help from SVB. For Filler to get in, SVB would have to beat Duel later on and hold him to a certain number on ball count. And then also he would have to have Shaw defeat Urculio. So
I got to tell the people who SVB is.
Excuse
None
me.
other than Shane Bamboni. Not everybody knows that.
That's right.
He's been America's #1 player for 10 years.
And really, if you look at the weeks holding the #1 in the world, he's had a lot of that too in the last 10 years. Not only the best player here in America, but really when it comes to rotation, he's kind of been the man the last 10 or 11 years. And still young. I believe Shane's 33. And talking about young, we're looking at it right here, a young Joshua Filler who's
20 years old.
and played some stellar pool. And you'll notice he went into the 6 there because he wants to leave the 7 for a break ball. So nice thinking, getting position there. He's got a 1 and 15 that are pretty accessible just because the 15's hanging over the pocket. So it looks like he's going to wait for the 3 to get on the 7, huh, Danny?
Yes. And he'll do that from probably the 1. You know, if he hits the rail first here, he'll be playing the 1 in the same pocket.
He's going to play the
as the
combo, though.
15. You think so?
Well, okay, he's going to draw out. At first,
Yeah.
he decided to play across, and that's okay. He knew he knew stopping his ball would carry the cue ball over with a nice angle to get decently close to the 3. He's had to slow down a little bit.
He's perfect.
Yeah, he's good.
But anyway, combinations are not reliable because you got to control the cue ball and both balls. So that's why he did it that way, and it turned out perfect.
Right.
Anyway, folks, we got supporters that supported this Make It Happen for more than one event. We got Maryland, PDAC, from Florida, Michael Fedak from Florida, and Mitchell Fedak from Florida.
The whole family, it sounds like.
Well, I don't know what their relation, but
Well, Fledak, I don't think it's definitely not like Smith or
oh,
Jones.
Jones,
Yeah.
you're right. You're Jones.
Yeah, I am Jones. Good old Welsh name. Okay, he's got a little funny on this combination on the 10-11, so you'll see him go at the 5, I'm pretty sure. And really, he doesn't even have to reopen the balls the way they broke. He doesn't have to do a whole lot to the rack. He's got to look at the 15. I don't think he has to shoot that, though.
He's got the 4 on the side also.
Yeah, I think the 6 on the side would open a lot of things up. That would be a good one to get on.
He can do that from the 5.
Yeah, so I don't think there's any reason to take any risk on the 15 in the side. I don't think there is anyways.
Well, he somehow looked trying to see what he could do with the 14 later.
Yeah, but I'm thinking just as far as the entire rack, I don't think he has to really go into the balls at all. You can see.
He doesn't, no. They're all open.
Yeah, you can see once he gets on that 14, that'll open up the 3 in the opposite corner or the side pocket. So really, if anything, you might see him go into the balls very lightly, but definitely remember that scratch he had yesterday when he went into a similar rack and he went through a couple of them and scratched on the side. You could call it a bad roll, but you know, I'm sure it's not the first time that's happened to him. So, okay, using his extension here, and I mean the extension on the cue. We're playing with a 40-second shot clock here in the straight pool, a little different than the 8-ball, and they have 1 extension per rack. Okay.
That's why he was surveying the 14 a little while ago, because he knew eventually he would get to it.
Well, I think all this is about producing a better break ball on the 3.
Oh, yeah, he's going to knock the 3 out.
Yeah, nice shot. He's got the 10. He may have to shoot the 8 up long, though. And that's okay. Nothing wrong with that. This is a pretty easy shot for filler, meaning shooting the 10 and then holding for position. He could hold position on the 2 on the side, but I think that's just as tough as the 8 in the corner, Danny.
Yeah, it is.
So
Darren just missed the ball in that pocket up where the 8's
he's shooting the
gonna go.
combination. This must be wired. Nice shot. That really opens things up. Now he's got to worry about getting just to the 13 at some time and up to that 12. 12's not doing much for him because he's certainly looking at the 3 as a break, right, Danny?
Oh, definitely. There's no other break shot.
Okay, and you'll see he's just playing short, low position, real tight position on the balls.
Yeah, get rid of that 12.
And the 12, and I think he could clear the 10 off. The 10's not really doing much for him either, and it kind of opens the 1 later as well. So
then you want him to go from the 12 to the 13 to the 6?
yeah, that's okay. I'll tell you what he could do, and he's still got to be a little concerned about the 8. I know he wants to leave the 8 to get on the 3, but it's okay if he just stops here and shoots the 6. That'll open the 1 up very easily. Now he can go forward for the 12 if he wants.
And the 1 will get him to the 8.
And he's gonna shoot the 13 first, I think. Is he gonna wait? Okay. So makes me think he's getting on the 8 right now. He may be coming across for one of the stripes. Okay, so he's going to leave the 12 to get on the 8. So it's going to be crucial to get an angle here, huh, Dan?
Yeah, well, that's what he's trying to do.
Okay, and he got plenty. That's okay, though.
Oh, he's fine.
Yeah, I mean, you got to make a little more of a shot on the 12, but...
He's going to shoot the 8.
Okay. Well, he must be worried about not only maybe missing the 12, but just losing the cue ball a little bit, because he knows if he shot the 12, he had to get good on the 8. So this just seemed a little easier for him is what he probably thought. I don't think it was his original plan.
No, it looked like he improvised in the middle.
Yeah,
Does he have an angle here?
He doesn't have much. He's going to be able to get at the rack, but it's not going to be ideal.
Yeah, when you're this straight, you're going to have to shoot a lot harder, which makes the shot tougher.
And if you're just joining us, this is our final day of the Make It Happen Straight Boy Invitational. We have Appleton and Filler in front of you now. At 2:30, we'll have Duel and Van Boning. With Van Boning eliminated from the final, but that match will have a lot. That ball's going to have to travel.
He got the 6.
He got there. And you can notice what Danny said as far as not many balls coming off the rack. So you'll need to reposition here for a break. I don't like it in here, though, because you're going to catch a lot of the 12. Is that going to slow the cue ball down, Danny?
Yeah.
I like him pushing the 12 out, I think, and drawing and making sure he gets on the 9. Okay.
Oh, good shot.
Yeah. And he's going to have to shoot the 9 and come around and get on the 12, it looks like. I don't see anything else to open the rack with.
Right, I don't see any dead ones for sure.
Yeah. So he's going to have a little bit of a stretch here. And unless he's seeing the 10 off the 2 as far as wired, it looks like it's over kissing, as you like to call it, Danny, meaning it's going to hit the side rail.
Yeah.
So he's going to have to use a stretch, a little bit of a stretch here. He's got his extension. He needs to come around for an angle. I don't think he can get at the rack right now.
This is why I tell beginners, play both hands. And apparently, Filler doesn't shoot right-handed.
That's got to go. He's not going to be happy with that one.
Yeah, he's going to be straight.
Yeah.
But he might have the rail to go to. He can bounce. He's going to have to really come with a stroke here.
Yeah. We talked about 2:30 is going to be Corey Duel and Shane Van Boning, which Shane can't get to the final, but he'll be playing with a lot of financial interest and a lot of pride. And Corey, who really controls his own destiny at 2:30. And then at 7, we have Accu-Stats and Shaw. Same scenario. Wow, what a shot.
He's got a stroke to do that kind of thing.
And it's 11. What's 11 in the corner look like, Danny?
I don't know. I think it's going into the rail.
Okay.
I don't like it.
Well, at 7 o'clock also, Accu-Stats still having a chance to get in the final, but Shaw controls his own destiny also at 3-1. So it's real close, that 11 ball. I'm not sure
I don't think it'll go because the side he hits, even though they're not froze, it'll still throw a little bit.
Okay, so what do you like for a safety? Because other than that, I don't really see. He could play the 15 off the 7, maybe.
No, that's not kissing enough.
That's too high,
especially where
huh?
he is. If they were frozen, the 15 would glance more. But from here, I wouldn't shoot it.
Any safety? I don't. There's no safety I really am in love with.
No good one. Not with a shooter like Darren.
Okay, he's still looking at this 11. And I think he has to throw it a little bit, but is the 1 hurting him the way he needs to throw it? Is that what's going on?
I don't think so.
Okay, he's shooting it, and it looks like he's shooting it with speed.
It's going to slop in. It's going to hit the rail.
Yeah, hit the... Wow, nice shot.
That's what I thought.
And did this 7 get wired? That'll make things easy. It's close.
It might be.
Yeah, it's real close to where he can shoot the 1 and just hold his ball for the 4-7, and he'll want to hold it because then he can send the cue ball into that rack a little bit. You'll notice he should produce a break ball. The thing here is make sure you escape for a shot. Don't baby it. Yeah, nice stroke there, right, Danny? Just a soft draw. He's got the 10.
He's got the 8, the 10. He's going to shoot the 10 right now, but the 8 is a pretty good break shot. It's a little high.
And the 13's a hair low, so they're both playable for a break later on. We'll see. He's got to be concerned with the 215 a little bit, though. Nice shot. And very well controlled. That wasn't as easy. He could have got, if he falls a little bit on top of that 15, you never know.
Well, that's what I found out about Filler this week. I thought he was just a shooter, but he has knowledge, kid.
Yeah.
And a touch. He could shoot soft.
And even more so, like most of the young great players, very fearless, huh, Danny?
Well, if you're, like Irving Crane told me, if he's not fearless now, what's going to happen when he gets older?
Yeah. And he's got to think about the 8 because you'll notice the 8 just barely has any pocket, if any at all. So he may draw into the 8 and just bump it ever so slightly. Okay, nice shot killing the ball. You can see the pattern from here. It's just the 8, kind of stop for the 5, and then the 14 last before the break shot. So just ideal as far as what you want to leave to get on a break ball, huh, Danny?
Perfect. Except it's a right-handed break shot. See, if he were right-handed, he'd reach this real good and stroke it real well. But it's a long ways away with his bridge and the stroke.
What Danny's saying is he'll be leaning over that long rail and a little hampered on his stroke hand with the table, but with the 13 being close to the pocket, still shouldn't be much of a problem. Okay, he's going to draw into him.
He's going to whack it.
Watch out.
He didn't draw. He followed it, but...
Okay, the 1's cuttable, but it's thin.
Yeah, and the 11's too extreme an angle for the side.
You could shoot the 11 in the corner. It goes by the 15.
It does.
I'm still trying to look at this 1, as long as it's just like, I think I'm an underdog making it or something, but I like him cutting it. He's got to turn the cue ball loose a little bit, but it's definitely more makeable, I think, than you're going to make it more often than the other ones. Big shot here, huh, Danny?
Oh, yeah, this is extreme angle.
He's playing it in the corner. A little thick. His pocket speed, though. Okay.
Good shot.
Yeah, I think just anything else, just go ahead and take care of the 15. You don't have great shape. You could knock the 14 in, but as long as you got the 15, he's not doing a whole lot for you.
Oh, never a doubt.
That's right.
He was worried for a split second there.
Yeah, he could have hit it a little better. Okay, he's a little concerned because he knows he's going to have to shoot the 1 from a little angle. So is he able to kill his ball for the 7 maybe after shooting the 1?
I think so.
And really also concerned about the break. So I may look at the 4 on the side after shooting the 1 also, just because with where the 8's there, he can come to the center of the table and get a nice shot. I think this was pretty smart getting on the 7. Now the 4 is what I was talking about. And he can just roll forward, right, Danny? Opening the balls.
No, he's going to draw the ball and hit this little cluster.
Okay, but make sure you get the draw on it. And that's what I was worried about.
That was a good stroke.
If he got doubled up there, things could be, he could have issues, meaning that 5 ball coming down and covering up the shot on the 1. But nevertheless, he's got a shot on the 5. I just thought it was a little safer going forward, and you're going to open the balls decent, and you're going to guaranteed have a shot on the 8. But no worries from here. He'll probably try and produce another break ball.
Well,
he doesn't have to, though.
No, the 14's good.
Yeah, Danny's talking about the 10. Sometimes
10 again, I get blind.
Sometimes the colors throw a little illusion on us. But you'll notice he can pick off the. Is he going to bump the 3 just a little bit? That way he puts him in for a key ball, maybe. Nice shot. And again,
he's running around the table now.
Well, as Danny talked about, it's not just a bunch of banging and shooting for this young phenom. It's very, very tactical as well. Got a little off angle here, so he may draw behind the 8. Oh, well, now what, Danny? Short side?
He's going to have to shoot it up the far corner to 3. No big deal. He's such a good shot maker.
He wants to bounce here, though.
Oh, yeah. Did he get the wrong angle, lose the angle? He might have.
He's okay because he can hold his ball.
I think he can kill it.
Yeah. Great shot. And
great shot.
Really got through the rack pretty smoothly, considering there wasn't a lot of them that came off the rack, and now a 56-0 lead.
This is the left-handed one. He could reach this one perfectly.
Yeah,
but I was thinking, Appleton has the record in the World Straight Pool Tournament. He ran 200 and out. And now he could have another record. He could be the first man in history to have 250s and out.
What about here? Does he have the 4? This is
he's got the
questionable.
4.
He's got it. Okay.
I say he's got the 4. He's going to look around somewhere else, but I think he's got the 4.
He's got a 1 ball, I think, that barely goes by the 2 on the side. But if he can get at the 4, that's definitely the shot. Don't take any chances here. Just come up on the 2. Okay, he's going to hold for the 5, and that was well.
Again, left-handed, he could reach this. Right-handed, he would have a lot of problem.
Could hold for the 14 to go into the balls now. I don't think he has to do that just yet. Just kind of make sure that's really the best route. Meaning, is there anything else to break with? I was going to say I might come out and get on the 13, and if I don't get perfect on the 13, I got the 2. Well,
what a great stroke this kid's got. He's got the 7.
He sure does, and he's produced a break shot on the 13, so he's going to have to do a little work not to move that 13 later on, but he should produce another break shot here, huh, Danny?
With the 8, yeah.
Right, if he shoots the 7. He's definitely going to go. Oh, he's got the 13. Okay, and that's a little easier shot, so I think that's probably the play. No reason to take a chance at a missable ball. Especially, there's no problems really kind of producing another break. Okay, he didn't quite get on the 7, which is a little upsetting. He could shoot the 12 and come into the back of the balls. Got to be a little careful. Don't get wedged to the 7 somehow. Okay, nice shot.
He's got the 9. He'll go 1 rail to the 11. Oh, man.
Well, now he's got to shoot his break ball away, but no, not necessarily. If he can reach the 7, it plays.
Yeah, he's got the 7.
Now, this is where the lefty might get him a little bit more, but I think he can get at it. No reason to try and shoot the 1 or anything else. He's looking at, I guess he's looking at saving the 3 ball. He's going to move the 15 over. That way he can get at the 3 to break later on a little easier. Okay, he's okay here though, huh, Danny?
Perfect.
Yeah, I might get at that 11.
Yeah, a few different ways. Yeah, I would shoot the 15 and then the 11. Get to the 10.
Okay, he'll definitely shoot the 11 off now.
Yeah, he's going to leave the 15 to get to the 3.
And from where the ball's laid, it's going to require a good angle on the 7 and good speed going to the 15. But one thing, though, I think if he's close to the 15, I think it goes in the side pretty easy. Don't be short here, though. Now he's going to have to draw above the 15, which is less of what I like, Danny, but
it's okay.
Yeah, it's okay. Just stay above it.
Just get straight.
Yeah, straight or a little above it.
On the 15.
Yeah, just make sure you don't get behind it. Oh, he should be able to kill it. These guys are great at that.
So.
This is one shot when I started playing straight pool and I was around Jimmy Karras. This is the kill shot, holding the angle. This is one important one to him, one you must master.
Well, if I had to give this kid advice, I would tell him to play right-handed a bit. Work on right-handed because you reach a lot of balls without the bridge.
Yeah, and I think I could play a little better left-handed, but I used to practice the ones I needed to shoot left-handed. You know, the ones I got to be good at left-handed, which is a few natural cut shots when you're down over the ball, and you got to become comfortable opposite-handed. These guys are great with bridges, but sometimes the balls are in the way and you can't get it.
He's going to pound this.
Watch out! Oh,
yeah.
2-ball. He needs a 2-ball.
He got it, but I'm surprised that he.
I don't know if he got it or not. I don't know if he got it or not.
No, he might not.
It's awful thin, and he's elevated. I don't think
Extreme cut.
He can't get at this 7-5 combination, huh? That's the one I would be trying to look at, is the 15 in the way.
Might have that. Does he have the 1?
He's got the 1, but it's a tough cut on top of it like that. If the 2 goes and it's not just a stupid try to cut in the side.
Very extreme angle.
I think the 2's tough.
He's over the top. It is. I'll tell you, I don't expect him to make this.
Well, he may bank across the side. He's looking at both the cut and so that tells you how tough the 2 is right there, ladies and
He's
gentlemen.
shooting the 1.
He's shooting a 1, and this is super tough. Going into the 2 with the cue ball, and he may have to produce a shot on the 2, believe it or not. If he doesn't draw this, he might not get shape, even
Yeah,
if he does make it.
Tough shot.
Wouldn't want to bet against him, though, huh, Danny? Great shot.
It didn't roll off.
And that's what I was saying. I think he needs to get a cut on the 2 here.
I'm going to tell you, that was a great shot.
Yeah, and that one, from the angle the 1 was coming in, there was no room for error, meaning if he caught the left side rail, that ball was definitely going to bobble, so it had to be center cut. You just got to float this in and come down table for either the 14 in the lower right or the 12 in the lower left. So.
Well, I think he can go 1 rail to the 12.
Yeah. Okay. Pretty perfect speed there, making sure he stayed off the rail.
He could even knock the 11 into a better break shot
Yeah,
from here.
He's got some concerns, though, as far as the pack, so he needs to get the pack open a little bit. You can tell there's just too much congestion to pick him off without reopening a little bit, so. I'm wondering the way the balls are laying. Can he shoot the 14 and fall below to get at the 10 now to break the rack?
Yes, I think he could. But I like this. He can work around. He knocked the 11 probably into the rack. Needs a break shot, but he needs to get those balls open first.
Yeah. And he's got, he could play position for an angle on the 11 in the side. That'll open decent. Or he could play to go into the edge of the 6, shooting the 10. So we'll see. He's just got to make a real clear-cut decision because he needs to get at that rack pretty quick. Okay, not much angle there, so you won't see him going into the rack here now. I like him trying to play position on the 11 in the side, Danny, to open.
Well, I think he's going to go into the balls. He's got enough angle.
Okay. That's what I was worried about. Oh, he's got the 5, though. Nice shot. Nice shot. Oh, he doesn't have many worries now. I think he can get at the 6 in the opposite corner after the 5's removed.
Right.
The 9.
There's no problems. Looks like. He can get to the 9 here. I guess he has the 8 also.
I'm not sure about the 8. He's a little short on both, though. But
well, the 9's a better shot.
Don't glance and go the in rail. Okay. Nice speed. Ooh.
7.
Yeah.
I don't think he can get at the 8.
No, the 8's no good. Okay, well.
Well, it looks good now.
I guess he can slow spin it because the 11's there. Wow, he used all the pocket there, Danny. Now, is the 7 not a break ball? It's on the top a little bit. It's right close to the line where you rack the balls.
It's high, but might have to use it.
And ladies and gentlemen, if you're just joining us, welcome again to the 2017 Make It Happen Straight Ball Invitational. I'm Jeremy Jones with Accu-Stats Video Productions. Another treat being joined by Danny DiLiberto and Hall of Famer. This is our final day of the straight pool, but to bring you up to date, we've had 2 events here, the 8-ball and the straight pool, and Jason Shaw defeating Corey Dole in the 8-ball to start. That was just, I think that was on Tuesday.
Well, he didn't go far enough. He's going to have to probably hit the 6, but he can have the 6 in the left-hand corner.
And he may move the 6. Okay, this is going to be difficult to get. Okay, he can get at it.
He can go 1 rail.
Yeah, he can get there.
A little right-hand English and cross over the spot. And once you get past the spot, you're in line for a long way.
Yeah, he's a little elevated, but like Danny said, he will have to put a little bit of right to make the cue ball go on the line he wants. Ooh.
That's going to be good.
Yeah, he's going to have enough. He's going to have to hit it with some speed.
Well, he had a shot earlier that may not had this angle, and he opened the balls very well.
And I'll tell you what he does. It's in my eyes, it's a little bit of an illusion. It doesn't feel like he's run 84, but it hasn't taken him long. Feels like he ran about 40. And looking at it, just really great shooting here to open our final day.
Darren, no score. Joshua's on a run of 84. 7 ball.
Okay, he's got the 14.
He's got the 14.
And he may go back into him here just because it naturally does it. The cue ball kind of naturally goes into him. He's got to be a little concerned. I don't think he'll go into him super hard.
Well, what happened to the advice that Jimmy Karras gave you? Don't be anxious to go into that pile.
Oh, I agree. He'd rather play position on the 15 and go into the bottom of him just because you'll have the 12 for sure.
Well, he's got insurance balls, so I don't think it's a big gamble.
Yeah, but you'll notice the way the rack's lined up. If he goes into the bottom of the 13 with any speed, it brings in a scratch in that lower left-hand corner. So I kind of think if he does shoot the 14 and go into the rack, he'll go into it kind of mildly.
I think he's aware of all that.
He's shooting the 3 then, and I really like that. If he can gain position straight in on the 14 right here somehow, or just any position on that 15, that's a better way to go into the rack. Careful. Trouble, Danny.
Yeah, he's got the 10. No bargain.
He's got the 10, but it's not easy. You can see that. He's got to walk it all the way down the rail. Can he get at the 12? The 10, I'm sorry. I think he can. And he's pretty much pinned to where he's got to shoot it.
I'm telling you, the 1 might go off the 11 and the 4.
And Danny's looking at the 1 on the opposite side. Opposite corner, excuse me.
Tough shot here. Nothing stops this kid but
wow.
that. Yeah.
Well, that was 85. It was 86, excuse me. And Darren really with a shot he needed. He needs to hold for the 15 here if he can. That would be a great shot to open the rack, having the 12 there for an insurance ball.
And Darren is playing for the $1,000.
Okay, he would have liked to shoot this 2 and get on the 15. That way he can leave that really easy 12 for insurance. So I need to slow down a little bit. He would have liked to add a little more angle, but it's okay. Now without.
Oh, it's great. See the 1? It's the 1. It's going towards the pocket. See it?
Yeah, but I was just saying I didn't think from that angle he would open a bunch. So he's still got to reproduce here. Meaning he's got to get that stack right around the rack opened up. I don't see any dead ones. So he's got a little bit of issue here, Danny. He
does.
How's he going to play position on that 4 to open the rack, Danny?
Oh, he could cheat the pocket a little.
On the 1 and get
No, on the 12.
Okay.
Well, he don't have to now.
Well, he's just going to play straight up position on the off the 12 to the 4, and you'll see with the 10 being there, he should come away with a shot after breaking the rack. The 10, it's so deep in that corner pocket, you can actually kind of forget it's there, but. Okay, and that looks like pretty nice speed.
Well, he's got to run the balls and make a break shot also. But I imagine one of those 6 will be a break shot.
Usually that's the case. Well, he hit him real solid.
Oh, he's got that ball hanging over there.
Was the 8-5 dead? That would do a lot for him as far as getting those open.
I think the 5 is a little bit too full. I don't think it passes the 9.
Okay. Well, the way he shot that, it makes me think the 5's playable because he didn't have much concern other than getting shape on either the 11 or the 9. So he won't shoot it now, but don't lose your concentration on this 9. Definitely a little missable coming from that angle. Nice shot.
He's shooting the combination.
And he'll probably want to cut it a little bit if he can, just so the 8 opens those balls, huh, Danny? I mean, as long as he's not missing it by doing that.
You got to make the ball.
Yeah, nice shot. Nice shot. The 8 and the 9 are a little high. He's got the bad angle to get on the 6 right now, so a little funny.
Well, he's planning maybe to use the 6.
Yeah, well, that would be one way to improvise, because it just doesn't. None of those are great. Meaning the 8 or 11. Those aren't great ones to get for a
Not
break
at
ball.
all. Tough to open the balls with that 6.
Yeah. It's right in the middle of the in rail, so you'll notice he'll have to either bring the cue ball forward to catch the corner of the rack after hitting the 6, or bring it backwards to catch the corner. Doesn't want to go into the middle of the pack, right, Danny?
Right. And let's see where he gets here, because you don't want to go perpendicular right into the back of the pile. You want to glance.
That's a lot there. He went a long ways there. He didn't leave much angle, Danny.
Well, he wanted an easy shot also. He's got it. I think you got to have right-hand English and glance the pile where you continue on to the left.
So what Danny's saying is apply a little English where that cue ball goes towards that 15 and 14. You come straight up into the bottom of them from that angle, you'll see it'll be real flush on the 1, and that's how you stick to the rack. So,
yeah, you don't want to hit that pile perpendicular. It'll be tough to get a shot. You want it to glance off the 14. You want to hit the 14 here.
could go into the edge of the 7, but that's dangerous. Like so.
Well, you got
hit it well though. Hit it well.
Did good.
And he can go at that 10 now if he wants, and I couldn't blame him. I know I preach getting the run started, but when you only have a few to break with, and you're on the good one you're on one of them to start, there's nothing wrong with getting at it now. Here, don't you like following your ball through the rack, Danny, if you're going to shoot the 10?
Oh, yeah, you got it. You'll get a shot, too.
Yeah, I don't see not getting a shot there.
It's going to open these pretty well.
Drawing it, you could get stuck, but you figure they're going to open. So watch out. Put some stroke. Don't let the cue ball fall towards. Oh, he put a great stroke on it.
See how many opened?
Yeah, and he made sure that he put enough draw. If he just kind of slaps it, the cue ball is going to go off the rack towards that same corner the 10 went in. So really aware if he's going to draw it, you got to get a lot on it. You saw the cue ball arc.
He's a great player, but last night he did something very classy. He called a foul on himself where I don't think anyone saw it.
Yeah.
Did you ever touch a ball and foul? It feels like an ice cube.
Yeah.
That's how you know you touched it.
Yeah, I've had that situation come up, not from touching it with your hand, but I used to get so close to the cue ball. So I feathered it a couple of times. One time in the finals where nobody in the building knew it but me, you know what I mean? You've done that before, I'm sure. Like just feather it with the tip.
Yeah.
And you got to call the foul on yourself, and everybody's looking at you like you're crazy. And you foul. That's just how it is.
The thing about that is maybe nobody knows, but if one person knows, you feel guilty.
Well, and the one person being yourself, Darren doesn't want to win any kind of match on a foul. That's for sure, or any kind of question mark. It came up earlier in the tournament where he thought he shot a ball and it felt funny to him when he was over the 5 ball, and we had to go back to the tape to make sure, just because he wanted to make sure before he continued shooting that he didn't foul.
Okay.
But so not playing his best pool this week, and he would tell you the same, but still in the right frame of mind to always play with with the best etiquette possible. So is he just exclusively saving the 13 here, Danny?
I think so.
Okay, he's,
8 will get him to the 12.
yeah, he's really got no issues. Okay, is he he'll follow out with a little right English, just getting past the 13
Once he
and,
gets straight in on the 8,
yeah. Oh, that little bump he didn't want. And,
well, he's not getting straight in on the 8 now.
no, and he really,
wants the cue ball cleaned.
and I guess right now, just not to sacrifice his break ball, that being the 13. He's straight in on the 13. That's the easiest shot, but I think he'll go ahead and shoot the 8 and come down and get on the 11. I think that's just about all he can do.
About time.
Yeah, and he's got to have some concern there because he can't fall straight in on the rail on the 11. It'll be real hard to get back down for the rest of the balls. He could shoot the 3, but I don't shoot the 3 if it's missable. Like if I'm dead straight on it, it's one thing, but otherwise I go get on the 8. Don't slow roll the 8, trying to hold for the 12. He's missed a few balls, so he's
looking at the 3. It might be straight in, but these can go straight.
Yeah, I like him really just bearing down and knocking the 8 in. It's real natural just to apply a little high left to come back for the 11.
But then he's going to have work to do to get on the 12, but he's got to do it.
Yeah, and if he doesn't like it, he'll use the 3 and later on to get on the 12 and 9. But he should fall right here to where he can naturally come back down the table and get on the 12 or the 9. So,
yeah, he got that.
And real conscious of making sure, okay, I might fall a little straight, but just make sure I'm off the rail. That's one thing that people can remind themselves. Just that extra 6 or 8 inches off the rail, you can make up for a lot of funny angles. Now, this is a little short.
Undershot it.
Yeah, there's no reason to be short there, I don't think. I mean,
you had 2 balls to fall on.
Yeah, and now he's got to make not only a little bit more of a difficult shot, he's got to be aware of the cue ball going by the 12. Meaning he can't take a chance at touching the 12. He could scratch.
I think he can go to the 3 here.
That's all right, too. And what Danny's saying is if he didn't want to slow roll the ball and hold for the 12 and make it missable, just go ahead and go with the natural path, getting to the 3. Yeah, great decision, too.
Now come back a little and get a 2-railer from the 12 to the, what is that?
13.
13.
Yeah, and right here, there really is no bad point as far as wrapping the corner too much because you'll notice the 13 is closer to the rack. So here you want to apply the right English and make sure you don't get too thin on the 13.
Get in the middle of the table.
Yeah, nice shoot.
It's pretty close to the middle. Okay, I got some more supporters. Jim Franklin of Maryland, Stan Friedman of New Mexico, Carl Galante, Buffalo, New York, my friend and partner, Dave and Magda Galasius from Ohio.
And we talked about it last night that really Darren's had the entire gamut this week as far as missed some balls, had a lot of bad luck, struggled with the break in the 8 ball, so it hadn't been his game. And to boot, he had a guy put 150 and out on him the other night, Danny.
Yeah, and he was happy about it. He appreciated it.
Yeah, it was pretty special shooting we all got to see the other night by Dennis Aculio, and really Dennis needed it. He had a poor match the night before, or a struggling match, and
I think he's got the 9 only.
And the 9's off angle, Danny. The 9's really off angle, and really got to be happy he's got that.
Right.
Which corner you like here, Danny?
I like it just to where it's aiming the right-hand corner from him, and you go 2 rails to the side rail to the 8.
Yeah, he's definitely, he's going to cue this the most natural way to make it, I believe. He may end up drawing it 1 rail over, but he can go forward pretty easy.
It might be a little thin for that. I think go forward.
Yeah, well, when you're struggling a little bit, that forward sometimes on that off angle is a little funny, especially when the 9's so far away from the pocket. But I agree. I don't think he has to draw the ball a lot, so we'll see how he wants to hit it.
Yeah, I like the side rail, 2 rails to the 8. Okay. No, he drew it 1 rail.
Yeah, and our angles.
Good shot.
Yeah, great shot. Our angles aren't always, we can't exactly see everything the players can see.
Well,
so.
you called the 1 railer. I called the 2 railer. But he shot the one railer, and it.
A little bit quieter.
What's
Okay.
going on?
The
I don't mind him eating them, but he's really crunching them.
He got sharked by people. Well, I'm going to tell you something. When I played, I didn't tell people this because they might have used it against me, but the crinkling potato chip bag really sharked me. But that sharks me when I'm watching television.
well, that is a little bit of a different sound. That's I know it sounds crazy, but we play in very small arenas here, and that's the one sound, the bag. It's not so much eating the chips, it's the bag.
The bag gets you.
Yeah, the bag
But
gets you.
let me tell you, one time there was a little kid in the front row while I was playing a match, and he kept eating the potato chips and crinkling, crinkling, crinkling. Finally, I couldn't stand it. I went over to the kid and I said, you know, eating that, you're going to get stomach cancer.
So you let him have it there.
Oh, he stopped.
Yeah, he probably looked at you, gave you a look too, Danny, I wouldn't doubt. But
Probably hates me to this day.
no, I wouldn't say that. I wouldn't say that. But okay, this is a little bit of a funny rack, just because he's got to break the balls open a little bit still, and he needs to take the 5 away just to open the 4. So we'll see.
Yeah, he's going for the 5 right now.
So you got to hit this with some speed, huh, Danny?
The 5?
Well, I'm saying I don't think he can draw out without
No,
shooting.
he can go to the 7.
He can go forward to the 7.
Yes.
Okay, it looks like he's catching a piece of the 4, so I think
No,
he'll still be okay.
It
as
won't
long,
hurt him.
yeah, as long as he doesn't catch too much of it, he's just going to lay underneath. Nice shot. Now he can go into the rack.
Gently. You don't have to hit him hard. It's not a 9-ball rack.
Yeah, and the
Roll right into the 1. You got an insurance ball with the 4. Something else might turn out good.
Be nice.
When we talk insurance balls, doesn't mean you have to die with that insurance ball, because something else would look better maybe, like the 3 here. But that could be the break.
Yeah, and he's got a 2 ball that will open up in the corner once the 4 is gone. So we'll see. Like Danny said, the 1's in a good position to get on the 3 for a break later on. So if he can get through this rack without the 2, if he can get on the angle on the 2, he can open the 11-15 with not much problem. So we'll see. He's looking at the 12 on the side. The reason why he wants to just keep it simple, just bounce off the end rail. He can pop the 12 on the side, have the 14, then probably fall on the 2. So we'll see. I think a good decision there, Danny.
It is. Well, you can't doubt his decision-making. He's a great champion.
And he'll play for choices here, getting on the 14 or the 6. He needs to get at that 2 ball.
He's going to brush to 15 right now.
I think the angle doesn't allow that.
You don't?
No, he's a little straight. I think he's a little straight.
You're right.
So now he'll shoot the 6 to draw back for an angle on the 2 to just barely open that 15 and 11, I think.
Yeah, and it won't hurt anybody. Your 3 is going to stay there.
Yeah.
The 11's not going to.
I mean, you just got to make sure you don't shoot it with the speed where the 11 gets over top of the 3 when it opens up, when it separates. But I think he'll handle that. I'll tell you another thing. You never know. The 15 might turn into a nice break shot as well. Just make sure the cue ball escapes to the center to where you have the 14. Okay, that should do.
11's a break shot also.
I like the 11 better than the 3, especially with the 1 being there. It's so easy to get to. So he'll want to get on the 3 ball here. And then you'll know, don't be short. Short's the only issue.
He's all right. 3, 14, 1,
Yeah,
and the break shot.
I agree. He's just a little upset because of it wasn't the stroke he wanted. He wanted to be above the 3 to where he could just hold his ball. I'm surprised he's not shooting a 3 anyways. He could easily come across.
He could have.
Now
he has to draw the ball.
and he's got to have a good speed on the ball too. Meaning he doesn't have to get full on the 1. Oh, he's playing for the 3. Okay, I like the 11 better, but you'll notice the 11's not as close to the rack, so he could have. Man, great shot there, but he
Fell on the 1 real well.
So he's going to be hitting the top of the rack here. And Darren with 40 right there in a nice break shot, now trailing 86-40. Ladies and gentlemen,
Okay, more supporters.
there we go.
Mark Gentry, Florida. Bill Gilbert, California. Bob Gipp, North Carolina. Dave and Christopher Gleason from Massachusetts. They're here enjoying the festivities.
Joshua 86, Darren 40. Darren's on 11.
Yeah,
Best players in the world. How could you not enjoy it?
yeah, and if he draws off this one, it looks like he's getting to the top of the 4, so I'm not in love with that, Danny. He may have to soft draw this ball. If he hard,
Hell, don't go all the way to the end rail.
yeah, don't involve a side pocket for the cue ball.
He's going too far.
Yeah, he's got
and
a
the
long.
one's in the way of the 15.
Yeah, but he can
He's
get
gotta
at the
shoot
one.
the one.
Yeah, he can get at the one. And now it's a matter, does the 9 pass the 2? If the 9 passes the 2, he can just hold his ball. He doesn't have to roll forward.
No, I like rolling forward.
Anyways, right?
Yeah, for the 8.
He's looking at shooting the 10. And it's pretty easy, but the thing is,
I don't like that.
don't go into the rack. Just glide the cue ball to the rail in between the 12 and 5 and back up, or just fall on the 2, one of the 2.
No,
So
he can shoot the 1 and go to the 2 also. This has got a little more control involved. But he handled it.
he got thin on everything, though. He's got
the 2 only, I think, if he wants to shoot the combination.
yeah.
14-5, but that's no bargain. That's missable.
Yeah, I'm not really. I just didn't understand either him holding position on the 5, which I guess that's what he was trying to do, fall in the gap for the 5, or just slow rolling that 10 in, and that way he got a better shot on the 2. So,
Combination.
like Danny said, this is definitely missable. It's not a hanger. Great shot.
It was perfect.
Great shot. And this is our opening match of our final day in the Make It Happen Straight Ball Invitational. We've brought 6 players here and 6 of the best in the world in a round-robin format. We'll end the round-robin format after our 7 o'clock match tonight. And the 2 best players, 2 best records by the players will go on to the finals tonight. We have 2 players that control their own destiny, that being Duel and Shaw, both with a 3-1 record. We'll notice that 4-1 automatically gets you into the finals. That's just a mathematical thing.
Going into the balls.
Okay, now 6 doesn't go.
Got
He's
10.
He's got the 14,
The
but
14. I'm calling it wrong again.
yeah, but if he can put left English on this, that would do him a lot of good. That way he can easily make the cue ball escape instead of falling behind the balls. So if he can't get some left on this ball, he's got issues a little bit, Danny.
Oh, he's over the top.
Yeah.
And he has a memory of a foul last night touching the ball when he was over the top.
Now, does the 4 go past the 12 on the side? I would like to try and come around the 9 and just make sure I get that
It's
4 on that
close, but it
side.
does go.
He could cue it and come all the way to the center.
That's what he went to.
And he fell on the rail, but still the 4 on the side I think is okay. He's moved the 9 into a doable break shot. It's a little low, but
I think it's high enough.
yeah, it's definitely, if you get behind it with a little angle, you can certainly get into the rack. Still, that's not an easy one to play position on. If the 1 was a little bit further up and not froze on the rail, that would make things easier
The
for
shot's
later
not
on.
easy right here.
Right. Great shot. Great shot. Nothing but net. Now he's got to look. The 11 does open up to 13 and 6, so how am I going to get on the 11? Still got to think about a break shot as well. So a lot of work here for Darren still, huh, Danny?
Yeah, but I think the 9 is a good enough break shot.
Now from
He
that
was
one,
trying to get to the 11. He didn't quite get there.
now that 9 you're talking about, Danny, what ball are you looking at to use to get on that 9? Because it's low, so you got to get behind it quite a bit. I mean, on that side rail.
Well, the 15 would get you there, but you got to get rid of the 7 also.
Yeah.
Well, he might shoot the 9 right now, but that's the only break shot looking ball.
Yeah.
Shooting the 1.
Yeah, and he can go forward around the 6 goes. The 11-13 combination isn't tough, just in case he fell on that. He keeps under hitting the ball, though.
He did there.
Yeah, and that's what's been his mistake a lot of times this weekend.
He's got the 6.
Yeah. And
Oh, but it's going to glance funny.
it should glance to where it goes up towards the 15-7 a little bit. Meaning the cue ball.
Tied up to 9.
Yeah, now he's just got to purely address that 13, I think, leaving the 7-15 there. So he's going to shoot the 11 and try and get on the 13.
That's
I'll tell you what he
he's
could
pointing.
do. With the choices up there with the 7-15, he can bump the 9 into a hair better position after this 13, huh, Danny?
Could, yeah.
I mean, it's just sitting ideally, I think,
And then he'll have the 7 or 15.
with choices, and that's the key. When
Yeah,
you,
you're right. He can nudge this 9 better.
Yeah, a lot better. And you'll notice the 7 goes in the side very easily, so if he needs to shoot the 15, and he doesn't necessarily have to draw back for the 7 here in a moment, I would definitely bump it, I think. I think it's just sitting
He's
too
going to
good.
do it.
Looks like he's drawing to make sure he gets better position.
Well, I guess he's satisfied with the 9 to where it is, and then you call the 7 in the side. That'll get you to the 9
Yeah.
after he shoots the 15.
And I just think with 2 balls having choices up there, I think it was worth trying to remove the reposition the 9 to a better break ball. But
You were right. He had it wasn't going to affect the layout.
yeah, and what we're saying is if he only had 1 ball up there,
He's
well,
shooting the 7.
yeah, you don't want to take a chance of repositioning the 9. But with 2, it's hard to figure you're not going to be able to play nice position, especially these guys.
Oh, he got good on this ball.
He got real good.
He'll be right near the side pocket.
And I don't blame Darren because he's thinking, well, let me just take no chances. Let me just get through the rack. But I just don't think there was much chance being taken by repositioning the 9, but that's done. Well, he hit a little thinner, so he got a little less angle on the 9 than he probably wanted, but that's okay.
Especially with his stroke. Well, he's fighting. He's back in the match.
Yeah, he's definitely fighting. Whether being back in the match or out of the match, Darren's going to be fighting, that's for sure. 86-54 we see in our opening match. It's match number 13 out of 15 in the round robin stages, and then at 9:30 we'll have the final. There's still definitely some things to develop. We talked about Darren not being able to make the final, but if he goes on to defeat at Filler here, Filler's eliminated from the final as well. It would just be a 3-player run from there, that including Shaw, Duel, and Orcullo. So nothing totally determined as far as the final yet. At this point,
This is dangerous.
yeah, I don't think he's going to the back. He's trying to catch the 10. Needs some help. He's got the 10, and I'll tell you what, that last
He's
little
got a break shot with the 3.
yeah, and that last little kiss on the 3 coming back across, it shook the 11 loose, the 5 loose, not only the 3 loose, and the 6. So he's got the 1 in the side for later on. I'll tell you what, pretty good, huh, Danny?
Very good. Better than good. He's going to have a good shot on the 3 to open him further.
And you got to be careful here. We're
Yeah.
playing all ball fouls. One thing, Kenny's got to love that Darren will call it on himself. So he's got an extra referee out there. Now, do you take it? You got to cut the 3, right?
Oh, of course. No doubt about it.
It's not too thin.
Perfect.
The 8's going to do a lot of work for him. The 8 and the 2 opening the rack. Now, is he worried about coming back into the side of the rack, or is he just going to go right through it?
Right through it. He doesn't have to hit it hard. If he glances, he'll have the 6.
Okay, watch out for the cue ball.
Oh,
He's
he got funny.
He got funny on everything. Anything he's shooting down table, he's up in the trees, meaning elevated. 13-5's tied up. He's got nothing here, Danny. He's got nothing but a thin cut on the 14 in the side, or even tougher in the upper
the corner.
left. Yeah.
Yeah, he feels unlucky right there.
He's calling the bank combination. Combination
that's rare.
bank.
That's rare.
Yeah, and it looks like he's got to throw it, so it looks like he's got to hit the top of the 13, and what that'll do is that might send the 13 in the way of the bank with the 5 coming across. I don't think it will, but it could. I would have to look at this 4-1 combination.
Yeah, I don't think he's going to shoot the bank.
I would have to look at this 4-1 combination right here. I know it's off angle.
Look, he's over the top shooting that. That's a terrible shot.
I know, but what else you going to do? You don't have a
He
bank.
was thinking of the combination bank, but that's really way out there.
Yeah, I just think he can make a more accurate hit on the 4 rather than the 14. We're trying to cut the 14 somewhere. I really like him shooting the 1 on the side. The problem is
He's going to do it.
The cue ball is going to be following because he can't hit draw, and the angle he's on, he's got to be careful now. Is the cue ball going right towards that side pocket as well? So this will be interesting to me. It looks like to me he's got to almost slow roll this. Can't afford to scratch. You see the cue ball where it's going? Great shot. Great shot. And that's a guy fighting Danny, knowing he can't get to the final, but he's trying to perform here in his last match. And a great shot by Darren Appleton. True heart of a champion and displayed right there, huh, Danny?
Oh, very true heart of a surgeon.
That's right.
You know, that was delicate.
Yeah, and what was so impressive, slow rolling it like that.
Get the 6 out of there. No, he don't want to.
Yeah.
I like getting the 6 out of there while he had the 15.
He's gotten to where he's kind of limited himself. Now he's going to draw off the top of the 5, or is that right? Don't go forward off the 5. Things could happen. I would have to draw. There you go. There you go. Real hard to get pinned drawn off the top of it. You'll notice all the balls open near the center of the table. And the 12's not horrible. It's a little high, but it's not horrible.
It's all right.
And we're talking about the break shot. 14-1, you shoot 14 off, you leave 1 for the next rack to reopen. And that's one thing that I've always liked watching about the great players. It's not just how they play, but just every now and again when they have to come with the great shots. That's the most impressive to me.
Yeah, but I kind of wanted him to shoot the combination bank.
Oh.
Because I never saw that before.
You've seen a combination bank before.
Not
Come
in
on.
straight pool.
Never?
I don't remember.
Okay. Well, I ain't gonna lie, Danny. I would have to have thought you've seen it all. I would have to bet on the seen it all when it comes to Danny DiLiberto. Just my guess. Okay, just get out, escape to the center of the table. Again, you got plenty of options. I know the 12 isn't a great one to shoot at, but it's a starter.
Yeah, I think he's going to shoot the 6.
Right, but I mean, just the 12 for the break. I mean, you see anything else?
Yeah.
There's nothing else really great for the break shot. He's got a couple different ways to get on it pretty easily, so we'll see how he gets through it here.
Well, he's going to go 1 rail to the 6, I believe. No, he didn't. Got the 4 to get to the 6.
And really, I think he's saving the 6 to get on the 12. I've seen the guys do that through the week.
Well, he's shooting all the balls that'll get you the right angle on the 6, though.
I know. That's what I know. I agree that anytime you're leaving that ball way a down table on the side rail, you really want an easy one to get on that ball to get properly on the break shot, is what Danny's saying. A lot of times you'd like one over the side pocket. That makes it very easy. Excuse me.
Well, he's got the 4 to get on the 6, but he's got 1 extra ball on the table. 14.
So he left an angle on the 14 to go by the 12 2 rails and fall real full on the 6.
You think?
He could draw it. He could draw this ball.
I think he's full enough to just draw the ball a little.
Yeah, he could draw it. That's for sure.
Because you hit 2 rails, you might not get the right angle on the 6. Yeah, he's going to go right to the 6, which he did.
Pretty perfect. Now he'll draw into a little better angle on the 12 to where he gets a little more speed on the cue ball naturally coming off the 12 into the rack. So he'll want to draw behind it a little bit, just creating a little more angle. One of his best strokes of the week right there, Danny. I know it was an easy shot, but it was just a real nice stroke. Got the most out of that.
Well, he's run 68.
You can look at our screen, Darren, with a 1 and 3 record. So just playing for a lot of pride and $1,000 here in his last match. Young FILLER still mathematically it's available for him to get to the final. Him leading now 86-68.
But if he loses, he's done. At least for the finals.
Okay, he's checking what part of the rack he's going to go into. So he might hit this with the center just because the angle's a little shallow. So following through the meaty side of the rack is pretty tough. So he's going to pop it with some center here. Really kind of crash the rack. Okay, nice shot. He's falling a little straight here. Can he get up on the 3, Danny? I think he's got enough angle to go forward and get to the 3.
Yeah, he's got enough.
Don't get wedged to the backside of that 1. Trying to hit it too hard. Nice shot.
Oh, you hit the 3.
And he's pretty good here, I'll tell you that. The 10 goes, the 7 goes, I think. And so he'll want to get around on that 9 ball most likely. Could fall on the 7 as well right here. Or the 10. Nice shot. We're in our first match here. Our final day of the Straight Pool Invitational with Duel and Bamboni coming up next. At 7 o'clock, we'll have Rakuyo and Shaw. And then at 9:30, still to be determined, our final match between the 2 players with the best record here in the Straight Pool. Any concerns here, Danny?
No. No, run the balls.
Okay, and
Where you going?
Yeah,
He likes to get over the top, but he's got the 9 clear.
I don't know if he can reach that one so easily with the 6 being there. He's coming, corner to corner is the biggest stretch. Meaning, if you're standing over a corner pocket addressing a ball at the middle of the table, that's the longest place to stretch from. And so he'll probably shoot the 1, I would think.
He's over the top more with that.
Is he?
He can cue the 9 better than he could the 1.
Okay, being right-handed, Danny is right again.
I was right last year once.
Okay, pretty tight position there on the 4. Now he's got to think about position again. What's he going to get at next? Danny's a little off angle on this 4. Going forward's a little funny. He doesn't have one that's open in the pack to get at that opposite side pocket, so.
Well, he's looking, but he might not get there. The 7 passes everything into the corner that he's shooting the 4 in. But how do you get there?
Yeah, he's funny here because if he puts a lot of top on it, he's got to pound it to get the top to work. If he wants to go around the rack with like a center ball and a little bit of right to help, he's got to pound that as well. So he'll have a long 6 ball no matter what, but okay, great hit there.
He got to the 7.
Wow, he made that look easy, and now he can go into the 15 just ever so slightly. I think he's got to do that.
He'll have the 14.
Yeah, or the 15, one of the 2. Yeah, nice shot. Now he'll pick the rack apart. Now he'll decide a little more on his break shot. The 15 is a break shot. The 1's a break shot. But he may produce one as well.
The 8's going to be a break shot because he could shoot these balls in the side, the 11 and the 2.
Yeah, and that's what he'll do, Danny. Danny was talking about he'll just hold right there for the 2 in the side, I think,
Yep.
and bump the 8 into position. Yeah, and then he'll have the 11 in the opposite side. Now, he's got to draw this one a little bit, and he'll not only have the 11. Oh, is he shooting the 11 first? Okay,
Yes, he is.
Okay, he's going to open the 2 for a break then, if he's shooting 11 first. And great shot. That's one thing I like about Darren. He doesn't panic, even if, like, he had the 1 as a break in the 15, but he knows most likely he's going to have an opportunity to produce another one, or one he likes better. Okay, now's the time to get on the 5, huh, Danny?
Right. Automatic.
Yeah, you'll notice he's got all his work done down here. So once all the work's done and everything is open up, you got your break, you've got no congestion. Now's the time to go down and get the ball that's up table and kind of sit
get
by
off
itself.
the rail. Make sure you're off the rail.
Yeah, straight in too, but more. Oh, okay, he's not even going to mess with going there now. He's just going to use the 6, and that's okay.
Yeah, that'll get him better speed.
Yeah. And the reason he did that, he knew it was crucial to not fall on the rail and get straight in on the 5. So he's taking no chances. Okay, and he'll want to get to the center of the table here. Just right where he's looking now, a little bit above the 1, meaning where he'll cut the 1 and go to the rail and then back out to the center of the table for the 2.
Yeah, he's got that.
No, he's great. Main thing is here, don't let up on it.
Perfect. He's got perfect.
If you get a little more angle, it's okay, but you didn't want to fall straight in, so he's in a good spot here. And again, don't let up on your stroke. You got plenty of area to get a shot at the 2. Good shot.
Perfect.
And we're going to take a timeout, ladies and gentlemen. So is Darren. And we'll be right back. Stay tuned. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, we're back with a nice break shot here and a nice run by Darren.
And he certainly could reach this. He'll draw the ball here. You don't want to go forward. You might scratch if you go forward. He's going to draw the ball, and he's going to whack it.
Does he have to have any concern about them corners up in the up
I don't
table?
think so. Oh,
Wow, he got a lot of
they
spin.
do that.
Don't get a bad
those.
kiss.
No, he's fine.
Well, look at them, all of them, Danny. He doesn't have a great break shot already, but all of them are separated. You'll notice none of them touching each other.
7's a break shot.
Yeah, it is. That's a little lower than you like, though, right? A little bit?
No, it's fine.
It's okay?
New equipment, clean balls, high or low isn't going to affect things. Just fall on the right angle.
Well, he could bump the 7 a little better here. I'll tell you what else he's probably looking at is getting on the 5 to just bump the 6 just ever so slightly and leave the 14 and 10 for insurance. I think he's looking at that maybe in the future.
That's a good shot.
Now draw to the 3 right here. If the 3 goes, that makes things very easy to get on that 5 ball I was talking about.
Yeah, he can do that by shooting the 7 right now.
Right. It all connects there. Just get up on the 3 where you can hold your ball for the 5 and where you can just ever so slightly bump the 6 into a little better position. I think that's a pretty easy route. He's going to go across.
Oh, what's this?
Yeah, now he's getting elevated. And that was a little careless.
Hit it a little too hard.
Yeah, now he's got a slow roll something, either that being the 10 or the 14.
Well, the cue ball won't travel as far shooting the 14, so I like that better than the 10.
Yeah, but where is it traveling to? Don't get hemmed up on top of the 8 or the 9 somehow now. Don't take any chances. That's why you saw him hit it with a little more speed. He didn't want to get on top of something. And again, he should be okay to get at that 5. And the 6 is a break ball also already, so it's not like he has to reposition it. He can go ahead and hold for the 10 if he'd like. Okay, he's going to shoot the 5 and bump the 6 and have the 9. I think he's close enough to the 5. He can hit it light enough, huh, Danny?
Yes, he could. Perfect.
Yeah.
Got the 9. Then he can go to the 1.
Yeah, and just I think the way they are, just go ahead and get on them upper balls now.
He wants to get this 10 out of the way. Not a bad idea.
No, for sure,
He
but
got on the 11.
the 8 goes as well. So I think just whichever gets you to that 4 and 15 as quick as you can, because you'll notice the 1's a real nice ball to get on that 6 later on for the break shot. So don't overthink it. I think keep it simple. You got all your work done again, so I don't see there any reason not to go get the upper balls. He'd like to get on the 15 now, but I think he's a little off angle on both, meaning the 11's going away from the 15 and the
Right.
8's going away from the 15. So,
No hurry to get there.
yeah, don't do anything extra is what Danny's saying. Even if you have to use another ball that's down here by the 6 to get on them too. He's going to hold for the 4, it looks like. Okay. Okay, he said, heck with it. I'll just shoot the 8 off.
Yeah, he can fall. He can fall on the 15 right now off the 8. Doesn't have to.
Yeah, what he's thinking is, well, I like to have options on the 1 and the 9, which he kind of does. That means when he comes back down table after peeling the 4 and 15 off. So we'll see if he just draws into the 1, maybe reposition the 1 just a little more, or if he goes in and gets on the 15. Okay, he decided.
Well, you got pretty thin on the 15. I think you got to shoot the 9 here.
Absolutely, and I think that's what he was playing for.
Go 2 rails to the 15.
Well, seeing as the 1's kind of lonely, he may just hold for the 1 and go down to those 2, meaning the 1, it's not an easy shot to get back on the 1.
Especially if he has the 4 to get there with. Good
Yeah.
idea. Get this out of the way.
Yeah, and once he's removed all the other ones, what he's thinking is that 1's not doing a whole lot for me anymore. So he'll shoot the 15 off, bounce out for a little bit of an angle on the 4, just to draw back behind the 6. So what he's doing is not the plan he originally intended. But what happens is when you get a little out of line and all of them are open, he just kind of made it to where he's not taking any chances, huh, Danny?
Right. And he's got a perfect angle on the 4 now to get to the 6.
And it's just all about just getting down, doing what these great players do, just knocking them in. That's too much. That's too much. It's more than he wanted, I'm saying.
No, he's okay. All right, let me thank a few more supporters. We got Rick Gray, North Carolina, Tom Grenfell, Washington, Richard Guitar from Indiana, Harry Gwynn, California. Thank you, guys.
Yeah, thank you very much. Couldn't do it without y'all. And during the timeout, I got to speak with Darren for just a second. He said that 1 miss cost him 86, but now he's rebounded with 96. So pretty impressive, especially from a guy that would tell you he struggled this week. So really wants to make a good showing in his last match here.
And he would like to get even running 150 the way it happened to him.
Yeah,
He's going to draw this.
Yeah. Okay, pretty nice control. He got a lot of the rack. He didn't go all the way up to the end rail, which is key. He's got some congestion on the left side of the table, but he's got a nice starter. Thing is, this is where I know they were pretty open, but make sure you get to that next one. Just because he's got an angle on both the 14 and the 7, so the cue ball's going to have some travel on it. It's not like he can just stop. So I wouldn't mind him going into the 4 right here. Don't contact the 8. Yeah, hard not to get a shot going into the 4.
Oh, he made a combination out of the 4, so that didn't tie up.
Now he's sitting pretty good here. The 2, you can see if he can get on the 2 I would try to fall behind the 2. Maybe. Well, I don't know. Maybe not. I'm not in a hurry to fall behind the 2 and open that 9, 1, and 10.
Does he have the 10?
No, you mean the 14? Yeah, but I think
No, the 10 in the side.
no, I think the 1's in the way. But I think he could do a lot to remove a couple on that left side rail before he goes into them other ones, huh, Danny? Like just open them up a little bit. Okay, and that's what he's thinking about right now. He's like, all right, I got no worries with the balls around the rack. So he could do a lot to shoot this 3 in. Then he'll hold easily for the 12, and maybe even the 11, and that'll open up that left side rail. I don't think he has to shoot this 8 just yet, but nevertheless, not an issue. And the reason being is that combination on the side rail that's wired, Danny, that 13-4, that really offers a nice way to get at that 2 ball and open the rack back up a little bit, those 3 balls. So
Yeah, he doesn't have any big problem here.
no, he's got to produce a break shot still, but I think he'll get at that. It's just a matter of you got to concentrate on this 3. It's not a hanger. And he would like to get on the 11. I'm sure it passes.
Good run. It's quiet, but he got it.
And Darren really, so far, playing very solid. He's had to come with a couple amazing shots. Not many, though. Okay, he could have put a little more stroke on that, and he knows it.
This is similar to the 8-ball tournament. You know, he struggled, and then his final 8-ball match, he played super. That's what's happening here with straight pool.
Okay, he's going to draw into the edge of the 10 in them right now. Now, what are you looking for a break, Danny? What's going on with the break shot?
It's tricky.
Well, I'll tell you, if the 1 goes, which it does, he can get on the 1 to push the 10 over pretty easily. That's doable. If I were him, I don't mind going 1 rail into the 5 here. It's hard not to get a shot. I couldn't imagine if you didn't baby it, you're not going to get a shot with the 9 being there and everything. I don't think there's any problem with trying to contact the 5.
Did it. Oh, he didn't hit it.
No, he wanted to hit it.
He missed it.
Yeah.
You can't play the combination.
There's no need in it.
It's missable.
Yeah, but that kind of messed up the plan on producing the 10 as a break shot a little bit, but he can still do it. Try and get on the 11 right now, shooting the 15, I think. What do you think, Danny? I mean,
shooting the 15, he'll get a better angle on the combination. I think he'll get straight in on the combination. I think you could shoot the combination.
Well, I'm just saying try and get on the 11, because just in case if you don't, well, he's playing the 5-11. Wow.
That's what I said.
Oh, okay.
With that shot he just shot, he got better on the combination.
Yeah, but I just kind of considered this being a missable combination.
I don't think so.
Okay, well, you can see the distance from the 5, and you can see the distance between the 5 and the 11.
Well, he got the good angle.
In the perfect world, you just knock it in, you hold your ball for the 1, and then you push the 10.
Right.
Great shot. And he's gotten, I think, pretty ideal to push the 10 into position and have the 9. So don't let up on your stroke, even though you're hitting it easy. You got to get it through the 1 a little bit. Nice shot. Yeah, very nice.
Now he's got to shoot the 5 after the 9.
Yeah.
Get on the combination.
Okay, and he's thinking to himself, when he comes across on the 5 to that 13-4, he wants to get real full on that 13-4.
Well, of course.
Real full. And he can manufacture pretty much anything from there getting on the 10. So I don't think he'll flirt with hitting before the side. He could. But
Doesn't matter. The combination's really easy. Just don't gamble. Don't hit the side pocket.
And that's why I say don't even flirt. Well, he got a little thinner than I thought he would. Now he's going to have to draw his ball, and it's just a matter of how far the 13 comes out.
You're right. Needs to be full on the 12.
Yeah, well, the main thing is if you have to move the cue ball a lot on the next shot, that's just one thing you might have to do, but don't let this get away from you, meaning don't get super thin on this 13, so make sure you put a little draw on it. If you get a lot of angle on the 13, that's still workable. The worst thing you could get is trying to hit it perfect and hold the ball, and then you don't get the draw and you get too thin on the 13. So, oh wow, I didn't expect that, Danny, but that's okay.
Well, he still got a little too thin.
Yeah. Now he's going to have to go back and forth again, Danny.
Exactly. Can't hold this.
No, same shot he just shot without the combination being there, so a little tougher because he doesn't have a dead one, but is he holding it? He's holding it. Wow. Okay. This will tell you how much. Ooh,
He couldn't hold it.
Yeah, that was the one that he's not going to be happy with.
Well, you couldn't. We knew it. He couldn't hold it.
And I kind of think he should have probably just shot the first combination and held the ball, and then if he had to go back and forth, it would have been a little easier, I think. But nevertheless, I don't think he can even get at the rack here. I mean,
But here's that great safe. But he's not in the mood to play safe. He wanted 150. You know, get on the 4 ball and shoot it straight on and stick right on the pile. He's right there. He could even do that with the 6. Don't have to manufacture a break shot now. You know, you're not going to get to 150.
yeah, he could cheat it and maybe get just a clip on the balls, but I don't see that happening either. I think if he does that, he could draw off him, pin himself down on the end rail, and
He
then
could stick there and make the 5 glance the 7 and go right to the end rail and be stuck on the pile. I believe that's the shot right now. You're not getting the 150, so try to win the match now, Appleton.
yeah. So you're saying cut the 10 and draw into the pack and let the 10 come around?
No. After you shoot the 10.
Oh, okay, yeah. Just knock the 10 in and hit the 5 real
perfect.
solid. Yeah, I see.
Or the 6 even. You could cut the 6, it'll be the same thing.
Right.
Yeah, you don't manufacture a break shot, but what'll happen is you'll break them and you won't make the ball. There is no angle to do anything good except play safe. That's the
Okay.
shot.
And now he'll just stick, I'm assuming, on the 5.
Or the 6.
Or the 6, yeah.
Yeah. They'll both hit the rail and there'll be a trap. See it?
Yep.
There's no place to go now for a safe.
And great
Yeah.
shooting by Darren Appleton, 112, his high run of the event, I believe. We'll get a look at it here. Yeah, he opened the first day with a win over Shane Van Boning with a high run of 67.
And he wasn't a Testauda
What's that?
hardhead. In
Oh,
other
okay.
words, you couldn't do much with the 10 except this.
Right.
It's a trap. This is a big shot. Where does the guy go?
Well, he's looking at getting below these balls on a foul, and that's still not going to do him very good. Overall, I'm saying Darren's still going to have the best of it. Okay, well, you can't leave Filler the 4 from up table. You can, but I'm saying he's going to probably shoot at it.
Yeah, he'll probably make it too.
And that's what I mean. So what do you do here, Danny? What's the safety here that you like?
I'm looking at it. I have to think here.
No fair thinking.
Oh, I'm not allowed to think. Well,
This is supposed to be automatic for you.
it's not. Look what happened here.
Well, he can chip the 3 and drop the cue ball back down where it's at now.
He can't put him back on the pile.
No,
That would be great.
he
He
could.
doesn't have to sell out anything. He's going to cut the 7.
He's leaving him the distance on the 4, and we're going to see Filler cutting this.
I don't
The
think
13
so.
came out. Oh my goodness, this is not going to be what Darren
It
wanted.
goes, yeah. You're right.
Yeah, and this is a shot you practice every day, somewhat of a spot shot, real close to it.
I'm surprised he did that. I think he's got enough angle now on the 14,
To get on the 4.
right? Well, he doesn't yet.
No, he's pretty straight, so he's going to have
got
to.
a little angle. He's got a little angle, but he'll have to fire it.
Well,
or
never
draw
mind.
it.
Draw back for shape on the 6. Excuse me.
Well, I don't think he could have called this, but he's there. You don't have to call it once you're there.
No, now he's got a nice angle to go into the 12. Not so sure how much it's going to open just because the 12's a glancing blow on the 15, but I think he's still okay. He's got to open them though, right, Danny?
Oh, definitely.
Got to take a little chance here, I think,
And he's not going to baby it. He's
No.
going to hit this with speed.
and follow through the rack. I think if he hits it with a center, he's going to open them.
High ball and stroke it hard.
Okay, we got everything correct, but we want to make sure. And as Danny talked about, a 7 won't be getting slow rolled. That's for
No,
sure.
he's going to pound this.
Oh, he caught the good side of the 12 where he really opened the rack nicely. Did he get off angle and everything?
He did. Does he have the... Oh, I don't
No.
even think he's got the 11, does he?
Maybe the 3 in the side. Does that go by the 9? He's got a thin cut on the 12, which I think is makeable. But if the 11 doesn't go, he's got to be concerned on not only falling on the 5 maybe, but
He
something
can cut
else.
the 13 inside and go right to the 5, 2 rails.
Okay,
Good shot.
nice shot. And right now, the 11's a pretty nice break ball overall. It's not bad at all. And he can certainly shoot the 8 and produce another break ball here. He'll shoot it easily, though. Not too hard. Okay, he hit a little harder than I thought. I thought he may try and...
Good enough.
Yeah, he's pretty happy with the 11, I believe. You'll notice here he wants to pick off the 4. He wants to open one of the 9 or 3, you'll see. Wants to get one of them open. He doesn't have to.
I think they're open.
Well, I was just thinking you just kind of want one choice after you shoot the 1 to get on your key ball to get on the break, but either way is okay. I mean, you always want choices, but when they get a little close to each other, that's whenever I maybe don't like. Uh-oh, a little thick. Okay, nice shot. He cheated that pocket on purpose just so he could stay off the rail with the cue ball.
He's a thinker.
Got a little off angle here, meaning if he goes forward on the 9, he's going to be a little off angle on the 3, I think. Now he's going to have to come back across. Have to put some speed on this one. That one's got to go. Oh, what a nice stroke. A little bit more.
Oh, he's just about straight in. I believe.
Yeah, he would have much rather have shot a ball on the opposite side falling forward. We're still discussing the score a little bit. And what I was going to mention is we talked about the table. The pockets get a little smaller as the week goes along. Well, the felt gets a little slower as well. Isn't that right, Danny?
It depends. If it's damp, it will.
Well, he's fallen, I would say, a good 6 or 8 inches short of what he really wanted. He can get at the rack, but I'm not sure what he can produce, that's for sure. Now, trailing 111 to 98, Filler is. And
He doesn't have much angle here. We're going to see a stroke if he indeed goes into the pile.
well, he's going to get at him, but I just don't know what's really going to. Oh, what a nice kiss. Especially because you'll see he only had one other one come off, so he wants to go back into it here.
Oh, he will.
Nah.
Now he's stuck. Now I don't know what he can invent. Does he have the combination all the way up? No.
No. I don't see anything, Danny. I don't see anything besides if you're going to let the cue ball free up off the rack, just chip in the 8 and put him on the back rail maybe and challenge him off angle. He's going to try and elevate and knock these 2 away and stick them. It's doable, but the 8's got to have enough speed to escape. Nice shot.
And he doesn't even have the bank. The 8 got in the way of the bank.
Well, I think he may be able to bank it cross corner, but I don't think he's going to go that route.
I doubt it.
The one thing is he's got a little more cover on the 5, meaning the 8 got in the way of the corner pocket. So when he comes back to this end rail off the 13, he can leave him a piece of the 5 and have no concern. Needs a real light hit on this 13, though, huh, Danny?
Definitely does. Oh, he sold it
Yeah, he
out.
left at 13, and that's why we're talking about he really needed a thin hit there.
Yeah, he is a little full.
He's going to look at the 9 now off the 3, Danny, and it's close. He looked at it earlier, but he was kind of wedged against it, so it was kind of hard to get to. If he doesn't have that, he's definitely going to shoot at something, that being probably the 13. Don't you think, Danny?
Definitely.
We've seen him come with,
He's going to shoot it.
and we've seen him come with a few of them off the end rail. Now this is almost like that 7-ball rack. You know, you play 7-ball, those balls right there. Well, those ones he's looking at, like that 9 and 3 coming off each other, are real close to dead on the when you break the balls playing 7-ball. So you know, it's close. Well, what he's worried about,
Close.
what he's worried about is he's got to go into the 14 from the bottom. So that's going to move the 15, and is that going to move the 3 out of position to kiss it off the
Could
9?
be.
So watch this one. Wow, nothing to it, huh, Danny?
Never a doubt. Never brushed the rail.
Must be nice being 20 years old and shoot like that. He doesn't get down on the ball mentally and say, oh, this is tough. It's going to take him a little while to realize how tough those shots are.
Right. Once he knows they're tough,
That does make a difference.
it does. You know, when you're young, you think everything's easy.
Yeah, kind of like
What's this?
I only got the 8, but he's a little elevated. But kind of like I make those for breakfast mentality, right, Danny?
Yeah, sure.
Okay, he wants to get at this 5, and I think they're going to open nice the way they're sitting. It's just a matter of don't scratch off the rack, going right in the same corner. So he's going to hit it lightly. And the 4 goes too, so that he's okay. He's fine, meaning the 4 will open the rack.
He's fine. He's right.
I would pick off a 10 in all those maybe here before long. Open the 10 and 2 up, but opening the rack here is definitely more important. He can't pass up on it, though, just because he's elevated a little bit, right? He is. I still might have shot it, Danny.
Well, he's got enough angle to go into the pile.
Okay, where's the break shot? The 12's okay. There's not much of an angle to get behind it, so. Is the angle on the 9-6 combination going to make the 9 go up a little bit to get to produce a break shot?
I don't think it's cutting.
It's not cutting, it's just dead straight.
It's just straight on, I believe. He's going to shoot it, of course. Could he draw into the 15 and make that a break shot?
Well, I think he was trying to make the 15 into a break by shooting the combination, but he didn't get the cue ball where he wanted.
Well, could he draw into the 15?
That's what I'm saying. I don't know. I think he may have drew it from where he wanted to get the cue ball, but I think it's a little high. I think the cue ball is going to be going down to the bottom rail, and if he tries to go the bottom rail and knock the 15 away, well, I think he makes the shot a little missable. And he has to cut the ball a little more. Well, overhit that one, Danny.
Yeah, he was trying to go to those 2 balls.
And
I think he'll have to abort that idea.
yeah, now you're looking at everything being a little funny.
No break shots for sure.
Yeah, and he's elevated on the 9. So if he wants to shoot the 9 a little bit, that becomes missable as well. So we'll see. Okay, so he's going to use the 10 as a break is what he's telling me here. He's going to get pretty pretty full on the 2 where he can draw away from the 10 and have the shot on the side pocket. So this isn't one we've seen many of during the week. Don't want to get told. He doesn't want to get dead straight. Dead straight's no good. You got to have an angle.
I think he blew the angle.
Yeah, you got to have an angle. Otherwise, he may have to change and shoot the 10 and go forward and cut the 2 in the side and go into the rack. So he had options, but there was a funny spot to where he couldn't get on either. And he may have fallen right on that spot, Danny. So now he's going to have to shoot the 10 and go forward and cut the 2 in the side. Oh, he came all the way across. Wow.
He's got it.
Wow. I thought he could float it in and get a little further up. And wow, great shot.
You only got to worry about scratching here.
And he's kind of
duel.
Yeah, he's kind of close to it also. So to put some speed on the cue ball, he'd probably have a little bit of a hop. So it's a little harder to get to the top of the rack squarely. What Danny's talking about is if he catches this side of the rack, once Kenny pulls the rack off, just if you're wondering what Danny's talking about, just look at how the angle of the side of the rack just sends that cue ball to that lower left-hand corner.
Right. That's why these break shots aren't used much, because you got to worry about the scratch.
You got to worry about the scratch, and really needs to head into go into the top of the rack. And when
I don't think he's going to do that.
Think he's going to get the side?
Yes.
If he gets the side, he got a big chance.
Dangerous.
He caught the top. Great shot. He needs the 11. Get out of the way, though.
He's got the 1.
I think he's got the 1. I think you're right. No. Yeah. I wouldn't worry about those too much. I think he'll get at the 10 and 15. There's no reason to really worry about that. He's got way too much other work to consider. That being the rack that's real solid. There's 6 of them there. He can go into them lightly here if he wanted, but I don't think I like that too much.
He's still pointing at the combination, but that's not on.
Well, I don't even think there was any reason to mess with it. You gotta get a couple off this end rail gone, and you got to come back into the rack. So instead of the 10-15 is just something he can deal with a little later. He's taking the 7 away. I would have wanted to have left the 7 there when I shot the 14 and went into the rack. So he didn't get there, did he, Danny?
No.
No, and I didn't.
It looked like he was casually trying to fall on the 14. Well, maybe he did. Yes, he did.
Yeah, he's got issues here. This isn't much angle. I'm coming from the bottom with no insurance, meaning no guaranteed shot. So.
Well, do you try to fall on the 15 or 10 in that side off the 8? You got a chance.
Yeah, I'm trying to look at.
He's going into the pile again.
Yeah, if he catches the 5, it should shake loose. Oh, wow, that turned out nice. Look at that.
He's got the 9.
Yeah, look at that. Now he needs to start thinking about that 15-10, and I would look at see if I have the 15 right now. Just because if it's any kind of missable, you don't want to shoot it. But, I mean, he's right there to where he may be able to just knock it right on in, huh, Danny?
Okay, but I'm watching what he's doing, pointing with his gloved finger.
Trying to figure something out, huh?
Yeah.
Okay, the 5's a breakable one, that's for sure. He knocked the 4 into great position, and he knew now holding for the 6 to tear open the 15-10. And when I say tear open, he won't hit it super hard, I wouldn't think. Nice shot, nice shot.
Very good.
Now he could use the 15 as a break ball as well. And he looked at the 4 because he's going to want that last to come a couple rails and fall real full on that 10. So he'll shoot the 5. He'll follow forward on the 3 in the side. Then come in a couple rails on the 4
No,
now.
he can leave the 5 actually. You know, with the way the 4 is sitting.
No, he definitely can. He definitely can. And both are good. Both are good, meaning the 5 and the 15 are pretty equal.
To the 15. 5 is his left-handed break shot.
Okay, he's going to try and shoot the 4 now and then have the angle to just shove over for close and tidy position on the 10. The main thing is here, just pinch the cue ball back a few inches, 2 or 3, 4 inches of work. Got a little straight, but that's okay. You can pound it over. Don't fall behind the 10. That's the key. You can kill the ball from above like he is here, but don't fall behind it.
Perfect.
Perfect is right, and now 126 to 111. Filler not only trying to win this match for obvious reasons, but to keep his hopes alive for our final at 9:30 tonight. We have 2 more matches after our new one completes here with a duel in Vamboni at 2:30, or as soon as possible. If the match runs over here, it could be a little bit after 2:30. And then at 7 o'clock, we'll have Rakuyo and Jason Shaw, with Jason controlling his own destiny with a 3-1 record. Now, if he wins, he'll be in the final. Nice speed there, huh, Danny?
They opened up really well.
Yeah, and he kept full control of everything. I think he knew that cross-side scratch off the top of the rack was there, so he made sure he didn't hit it hard enough to do that. Oh, that was a little risky, I thought. If he didn't get by that 11 with that inside spin, things could go a little bit awry, but I think it was worth it. He was close enough to it, huh, Danny?
Yes. Now he can break him some more with the 7. Go right into the 6.
And have plenty of insurance. Okay, he's got 2 break balls there.
Open now. The 9 went to plenty place.
It sure did, and he won't waste any time getting on that, but you'll see the 3 and the 6 both. And you leave those for last because, not the last, but those are both pretty good break balls, I think, with the 6 being better.
He can go to the 9 off the 1. I get that out of the way.
I agree, and he may shoot the 2 off first. There's no reason not to take the 2 away first, I think, and you can get a little better angle on the 1 to get to the 9. Remember, when the ball's there and you can pick it off and it's not doing anything for you later, just like playing 8-ball, you might as well get it, huh, Danny?
Right. You don't want to leave that 9 there, especially you don't want to shoot all the balls that you play position off the 9. Yep, got to shoot the 9.
Nice thinking that Danny had talked about. You know, we knew the kid shot straight. We knew he breaks the balls well, but he's also a thinker.
Yeah, he's not just a young guy who shoots.
And you're wondering, well, how can he think with the pace of play he has sometimes? But he's got a lot of a straight pull background, so this becomes very natural for him. The 14-8 is dead. He's got no issues there.
Oh, you didn't say wired.
Well, I kind
He
of
switched. He talked.
I saved it for the final day, Danny. Okay, is he going to shoot it to where the 14 goes away to the opposite corner?
No.
Okay. And again, no issues. Now I might decide to take away one of the 3 or 6, depending on which one I want to use. Probably I'm going to shoot the 3 away pretty soon. That way I can just leave the 5 to get on the 6 later. And a little light on the draw there, Danny, so he's going to have to float this one in, because he definitely wants to get at the 3 before the 5 if possible.
That's what he might have to do.
And he's just from under drawing the ball there, that changed his plans. And the one thing that I like there is he said to himself, all right, I got a little out of line, but I'm not going to take a chance on missing slow rolling the 10 when I don't have to.
Could he draw this past by the 6?
Yeah, he's good. He's good. A little light. Could have used a couple more inches, and he'd tell you the same thing, but he just needs a break in 10 more, Danny.
He's got the break.
And this keeps Filler's hopes alive to advance to the final. He's got to have at least a 3-2 record to maybe get in with a tiebreaker. And for him to get in, it is going to come down to tiebreakers. It's not the way it sits that.
Well, he got 30 in his loss. That's not many points.
No,
I don't know what it looks like.
Well, he's got 2 losses, and He got 132 in his first loss against Dennis Urcullo, so that'll bode well. Okay, he's going to take his time here, and again, needing only 9. I know he's going to have to open those balls eventually, but I like getting to the next ball right here. The 4-2's tied up. So going into them balls and into that side, it's not too risky with the 10 there. And really, he might have to do it anyway, huh, Danny?
Definitely.
Okay. He doesn't have any guaranteed position besides the 10, and so if he's got to play on the 10 anyways, he may as well open the balls. Okay.
Now he's got the 10.
He's got the 8. I wouldn't mess with the 1. You're so close to it. You got options. He's got some congestion on the bottom rail, though.
Well, he no longer needs break shot.
Yeah, and he no longer even needs the ones that are congested on the bottom rail. He needs 9. So you can see the 8, 15 is very available. That's 2 of them. I think the 5, 12, and 1 will develop. That's 3 more. So, and you can see the 10, 14, and the 3. So he's going to have to get at 1 or 2 of them that's a little tricky. Watch out the foul here. Is this necessary, Danny? I guess it was easy. When the nerves are going, though, I hate those little short shots over a ball. Okay, no worries here. Don't overthink it.
All right, if we get a little pause, we got Paul Hartman from Florida. He's here.
Well, that's got to go. Now he's got to shoot the 10, Danny, which is okay, but he would certainly like to have gotten on the 15. Excuse me, Danny. Sorry, go ahead.
It's okay. I got a few more. Chris Hogan from Texas. Thank you. Tom Jacobellis, North Carolina. And we got Bob Jewett, who writes for Billiard Digest from California. Denny Kern, Pennsylvania. Rich Klein, Illinois. Thank you, guys.
Yeah, thank you very much again. Not only being a player, but in the booth here, Danny. We couldn't do it without the support and the fans. Okay, he just needs 2, and he's in a good spot here. I know he got a little thin on this 14.
He got 20 because he could shoot the 4, but
Well,
he's going to hit balls.
He's trying to come 2 rails and make a real full contact on that 12 ball here, it appears.
He needs 2.
Yeah, he's going to hit this and I think come 2 rails and trying to contact that 4. 12, excuse me, getting to the 4.
He's got a long shot for the final ball.
He's just got 1 to bury and keep his hopes alive.
I'll bet it doesn't roll off.
No, he's not going to slow roll this. He's just going to pop it in.
Good shooting.
And great shooting by young Joshua Filler. And we saw a lot of glimpses there of Darren, the Darren we're used to seeing, but just a few mistakes. And thanks again, everyone. I'm Jeremy Jones with Accu-Stats Video Productions, joined by Danny DiLiberto. We'll be back at 2:30 for Duel and Van Boning. So stay tuned, and thank you very much.
The future of billiards training is here. Introducing the DigiCue, a small electronic coach that fits inside of a custom rubber housing and attaches to the butt end of any pool, snooker, or carom cue. Simply slide the DigiCue onto the butt end of your cue, push the power button, and then play the game of your choice. The DigiCue constantly monitors your stroke for inconsistencies and gives you immediate feedback by silently vibrating when it detects jab strokes, steering, body English or movement, standing up during your stroke. The DigiCue will force you to bear down on every shot. It will condition you to keep your head and body still during your follow-through, leading to a lasting improvement in the consistency of your stroke. The DigiCue comes in 3 different modes: beginner, intermediate, and advanced. Get serious about your game. This is cue training evolved. Can you beat the DigiCue?
Introducing Lucasi Hybrid, a whole new level of performance and technology. A cue with a revolutionary X-Shocks dampening system, eliminating vibration. G5 grip technology for enhanced traction and stability results in maximum cue control. Total sweet spot construction means unmatched power. And the zero flex point ferrule provides dead-on accuracy, giving you the confidence you need in every shot. Lucasi Hybrid, the only cue that matters.